Welcome, everybody. Look at that exciting backdrop. Look at that. Oh my God. If I had that Spider-Man comic book right there, I could retire. But ladies and gentlemen, this is a Thursday night Triple B Experience show. I'm your host, Bubba Brewer, and I am bringing on my co-host from Steelers Dynasty Podcast, the host of West Virginia Mountaineer Mafia, and he comes on and he's part of the Mania Mega panel when we do picks and top fives and all this stuff, because tonight we are going to get Shane's take on Captain America. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, here he is, special field correspondent, Shane Stodmiller. Shane, how you doing?
Good. I was out your way today to go see my mom, and then I literally drove back an hour ago. It's about an hour drive. Raining.
Nice.
Spring's coming.
Yeah.
Hi, Afton.
Hello, Devil. Hello, Afton.
So, Devil, I have your. I guess.
Gee, did you mail it out yet?
My kids ripped your tags for your jersey off, and they're sitting right here. So. Hopefully.
Don't put it in the dryer.
Yeah, don't put it in dryer.
Oh, it's been raining for 2 days.
Yeah.
And you know, Shane, before we start getting into this little chit chat that we usually do, every time that I wash this Bronco that I got, it rains.
Well, that's good.
And I wish I would have never got black, because, oh man,
black's horrible.
It's
now
terrible.
Here's the thing. I bought a Jeep in the summer that's black. We just got another car that's black. I prefer white. My other two vehicles are white. White's the way to go, but black, when it's clean, it looks fantastic.
Well, I'm going to have to be buffing and breathing heavy and putting wax on, but I've washed it. Cleaned it like 4 times already.
Well, you know how I think we can get some subs. I think out on 119, you need to get some shorts and start kind of like.
Did you ever see me mow grass? These pricks go by my house beeping the horn and shit.
Oh yeah, you get lots of love.
And they go about 85 miles an hour.
You got lots of love. So we got a couple subs today.
Oh,
on the Dynasty.
Yeah, we're very close to getting 316, and then I could crack open something and shatter glass. But yeah, George, black. I like black, but black sucks on a car and in a vehicle. It just, and he said his
good,
but
black. It sucks. Yeah.
Well, hey, you know what I like is yellow. Yellow
really?
That
look cool. I like that baby blue color too. That's always a fun color.
Yeah.
On SUVs, but
hi Lair.
When did you go see? Where did you? Let's start with where, because I think that might.
Okay. Well, let's.
What time of day did you see Captain America?
Let me get with this lovely. Boom! Right there. Okay, we saw it.
Westmoreland Mall.
We went to the Westmoreland Mall, and we here's what we started, and I think I've talked about it before. Is we went to the casino, me and Tammy. We took her daughter down to meet her dad real quick, and we met at the Westmoreland Mall, and we each had a $20 bill. Yeah, and let's just say it was like old people. It was like Fear and Loathing Las Vegas. I seen a guy take $500 out of the machine, and he looked like he was a homeless guy. Now, I'm not here to judge, but
just saying he looks like one. Yeah.
Well, he took $500 out. So we played penny slots, and 3 minutes later we were done. So we rolled out. We went to Applebee's, got something to eat, because Indiana, Pennsylvania doesn't have Applebee's. And then we went to the AMC at Westmoreland Mall in the back there, and we were the oldest people Saturday night in the movie theater.
Oh, well, you went Saturday night, okay?
Yeah.
That's your mistake there. I went on a Friday. So if that was the Friday, like they just fired a bunch of people at work.
Okay.
And or let them go or whatever. They're on probation or whatever. But anyways, Trumpster cut sling load, said you got to go home.
Gotta go.
I had a doctor's appointment that I kind of rescheduled so that I could attend a meeting.
Okay.
So I I decided, you know what? This doctor called me, said, "Hey, we got to change it again." I was already in Butler. I just went to a matinee. I think it was like a 1 or 2 o'clock meet.
How many people were in that movie theater when you went?
2 people.
2.
Guy, yeah, and they have the big chairs. You know, the big chairs that recline.
Yeah.
And it was a good experience. The previews for Thunderbolts, Bubba. I am so excited for that movie.
Well, that's going to be very, very good, and I have to check my issues of Century. I don't think I have the first appearance of him, but I had a mini series. I think 1 through maybe 2 or 3. He's going to be the big villain. I explained this to Tammy and to Mike Fabian. Fabian's going to have to research because it's not going to be, the Thunderbolts is not the same as the comic book, because in the comic book they were actually all ex-criminals. I don't know if you knew that, Shane, but all these ones in the movies have the super soldier serum, or they're either out of the Black Widow franchise, Ant-Man, or Captain America franchise. And I think Bucky's leading the charge. I think he's the leader of this, I believe. Yeah. Him and the Black Widow. But that was probably the best trailer out of like all 17 trailers that I saw. So you actually had it quiet. Hey, Gene, how you doing? But I had a whole bunch of kids. Like, we were sitting way up top, me and Tammy. Nobody around us, mind you. You know what I mean? I like to sit in the middle of the movie theater because I want to see the movie straight on. So we got, to the left of me. Tammy was to the left of me, and then like 4 or 5 college-type dudes come up and sat in the same row. And I'm like, shit, they're gonna come, and they did.
Like,
and then,
like Magic the Gathering.
No.
Like
frat like
bros,
us.
Frat bros.
No, like us.
Okay,
a bunch of guys that are,
but not quite frat bros, but not quite nerdy. Us. Okay,
right. And I figured they were gonna, chit chat, but the guys weren't that bad. These 6 Taylor Swift girls. They came up and sat to the right of me. And they just
Taylor Swift, Swifties.
They just didn't shut up. And Tam was getting irate, and I was being the calm one. And I'm like, you know what? We just got up and moved, and we moved to the middle, and we didn't have any issues. So, and yeah, I don't like people sitting. I don't like people sitting behind me in a movie theater. I have issues with people sitting behind me in any type of sporting event. Movie theater, go to the movies, concerts. Now, when I was a season ticket holder for the Steelers in Three River Stadium, I had the last row so I could stand right by the concrete. Nobody got behind me, and I like that. So, but now that's not the case anymore. So, and I don't go to too many big sporting events, So
you being in the back, you have to be in the back in your prom pictures.
Well,
you can't have your date behind you, right?
No. I'm not. I don't like anybody behind me. I think it's, I don't like, and I have to be in the middle. I don't like to be to the left or to the right. I want to be in the center screen. So I was looking forward to this. I've been looking forward to a Marvel movie, and like Afton said in the comments up here, and guys, God bless you for the comments. Hello to everybody. Harrison Ford is a good actor. Okay, I know.
Wait, time out. I mean, before you go, I have ADHD. Harrison Ford or Tom Hanks?
Harrison Ford.
All day. Gene Hackman, Harrison Ford.
Well, Gene Hackman passed away today.
I know
we're getting off. We always get off. What was your best? What was your best Gene Hackman movie since he passed away at the age of 95?
Hoosiers. Yeah, French Connection sucked. Hoosiers all day.
Unforgiven. He was good in Unforgiven.
Unforgiven. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, you know why? Because I saw it a couple weeks ago.
Hey, wait a second. Black Ridge at Raindrop. Let's make that a date.
Yeah, I seen that. Larry says Hanks.
No, I don't like Hanks.
Ford all day.
Ford all day.
He was 95, and his wife passed away too.
We don't know what happened, so we'll find out.
It's crazy. March 20th. We're going to set a date.
We're gonna be there, baby.
Mhm.
So sorry, off the tangent, rabbit
Oh,
hole.
Quick and the Dead's good too. That was a good movie.
Quick and the Dead. Yeah, those are
And then that
those are
girl
3
from
solid movies.
Buffy, she died tragically
Oh
too.
my, that broke my heart. She was such a little cutie back in the early
I'm
2000s.
gonna be honest with you. I have never watched it.
Never watched Buffy?
Uh-uh.
Oh, I'm a huge Buffy. I watched all the Buffy series when I was like in Korea and overseas.
Uh-huh.
Love that shit.
And I believe that's what she had.
Yeah, I think she had a kidney transplant. But so bad. So the guys are sitting in the. You moved, Tammy, and you moved
Yes.
back on track.
Back on track. Thank you.
Tammy and you moved.
Yes.
It was good. You were looking forward to this movie. So was I. Go ahead.
I'm okay with Anthony Mackie as Captain America. I watched Falcon Winter Soldier, and I thought that was a great series. I like that series. I think him and Sebastian Stan had good chemistry with Bucky and Sam Wilson. I thought that was great chemistry. Now
no, wait, Bubba. You and me differed on our feelings for Falcon and Winter Soldier. I think I rated it higher than you when we did one of these rating things, right?
I think you did. I think you did.
Okay.
I think I was mad with the villains, and they didn't set up more, and Sharon Carter at the end was turned. So I and it's been like 2 years, but I like that he handed off his Falcon costume to his partner from Falcon and Winter Soldier. He's actually the comical relief. Okay. I like how they explained, and I'm sorry if we're spoiling it for everybody, but it's been a couple weeks. They explained on how Thaddeus Ross got into where he was getting to be. And it was off of the Incredible Hulk, the Ed Norton Incredible Hulk, which I like that Incredible Hulk. I think Ed Norton is better than Ruffalo. That's just my opinion.
I agree.
And William Hurt played him good in the Incredible Hulk, and he was starting to get sick, and he passed away, and then Harrison Ford now is in the MCU. So, I mean, minus the mustache, but he did have a mustache on when they were,
they addressed it. They addressed it, for the voters. He had to get rid of the mustache. So I didn't have a problem with that part of the story at all.
Well, thanks, Afton. That's a scientific fact. What was it? What's the? I don't know what. Well, anyway, I guess it's a scientific fact, but maybe that Norton was better than Ruffalo.
Yeah, okay.
And I think Norton might come back though too.
Yeah, I heard that Wolverine versus him. So
okay, so let's go to the only thing that you might agree with me, or you might agree with me, was Thaddeus's right hand man, which was a woman, which she was an Israeli secret super agent in the Incredible Hulk comic book. She was not Israeli in the movie. And she was tiny as tiny could be.
Yeah. That affected it for me.
Okay. I just feel like, I mean, and in a comic book, she gave the Hulk a little run for his money, a little bit, not a lot, but I just feel that she could have been taller. Like, she was short as shit.
She was a smidget. She was a smidget. She was a little bit tiny. Now here's my heartburn.
Okay.
Her head was huge. Her body was tiny. She did not look athletic. There was no presence. I can't buy that. That's like, I'm just not. That was a huge problem for me.
That's probably the same.
Same.
Yeah. Tom Cruise playing Jack Reacher is probably the same for me. They're called.
But no, so I had a problem with that. Now, Anthony Mackie, I don't have a problem with Anthony Mackie.
Okay.
I had a problem with he was very whiny. And I thought it had a lot of political undertones that I just didn't want to hear, in a movie like that.
Right. You want to escape. Yeah. I mean, you want to escape the
right.
rose.
They put a lot of, boohoo. And then here's the biggest thing, and I could kind of handle the political stuff. I thought he had, how can I say it? His shield skills were off the chart.
Yeah.
And when you look back at the other Captain America, Steve Rogers,
The real Captain America.
and you're rating the real Captain America versus Steve Mackey. The real Captain America was probably a 3 out of 10, and Mackey's a 9 out of 10 with, throwing that shield.
Yes,
that
Steve
ruined
Rogers
it for me.
Steve Rogers, is throwing a shield at expertise. Well, maybe he had a lot of practice because he had a lot of practice in Falcon Winter Soldier.
I don't know.
But also, too, maybe Wakanda, made the shield more dynamic or something.
Vibranium? More vibranium?
Well, it wasn't. Well, the shield's not. Well, something because he had the wings. He could shoot stuff from the wings.
Yeah,
like
I liked all that. I liked all that, but that
So do you agree with Afton on that? I agree with that too.
Afton could tell me the sky is purple, and I'd be like, "Well, she's right. She's right on everything. She's seriously, I agree, 100%
on anything." So and they brought in Samuel Stern, but they never called him they never called him the fucking leader.
No. And I know who the leader is from cartoons, even, because I'm not a comic guy. I'm a cartoon,
Sure.
So, so make his head big, give him a pencil mustache.
Yeah. He had no fucking mustache.
Pencil mustache.
And he looked like I mean, they could have did a little bit more special effects.
Mascara.
He looked like the original RoboCop when at the end there when those guys got into the fucking toxic waste and shit.
He looks like this. He looks like the testicle was taken out and put upside down, and his little face was there.
I didn't know what the hell you were doing.
Well, I didn't do it, but you apply.
But I think they made him a super genius calculating stuff, and he's been calculating this stuff since the Incredible Hulk.
All you got to do for that, Bubba, is have someone do this. That's all the calculating you need is rubbing the hands together.
Hey, Mr. Quake.
Mr. Quake.
That is right. Well, see, I don't remember Alpha Commando. I remember
Alpha Commando. That was like 98.
I went to see the original RoboCop in the movie theaters. That was great, man. RoboCop.
That was good.
Halt in the name of Detroit.
Because you bought the Harry brain. Because you bought the fact that RoboCop was like, oh my God, he's gonna die, but science is gonna fix him.
He was like the Terminator. I mean, I even saw the second RoboCop. So get back to Captain America: Brave New World. I just felt that they could have made the leader, said the leader, and made a little bit more graphics. A little bit more special effects. That's all.
Felt TV to me.
Yeah, I think they could have. Well, they reshot this movie like 800 times.
And it showed. Come on, the money they wasted on that, they could have really put into.
Well, they had the Serpent Society. Well, the Serpent Society was, Carlos Esposito as Sidewinder. Okay, but he had no costume, and Sidewinder is the leader of the Serpent Society. And they had Copperhead, where Captain America was fighting in the church. That was Copperhead. Yeah. No costume, no nothing. They're like mercenaries. They don't have any special powers. The Serpent Society has special powers. They have and they had Seth Rollins as, I believe he was King Cobra, and they cut out his part.
Yeah, I thought Sam was good, but there were just those flaws as far as writing. Him as a character is good. I just thought the writing was a little bit eh. And when Carlos Esposito is a fantastic actor.
Oh, he's great in everything he does.
That's it's like you have those gender reveals where they pull the cord and it goes. It's supposed to explode. And it goes. That's kind of the way I felt when it's like, okay, that's it. That's all we get from him.
Yeah, well, and you didn't know that Thaddeus had heart conditions, and the leader has been puppet mastering this whole situation. So, like, and he turned into the Red Hulk. Like when he turned into the Red Hulk, that was the best version of the Hulk. Besides when he had Loki in Avengers and he was smashing him, and then I think when he fought the Hulk Buster, because they no offense, they pussified the Hulk in MCU. That's my opinion.
Yeah, he's weak. He's weak.
I think the Red Hulk, you know, will be in more movies. I believe he has to be. I thought he was going to be in the Thunderbolts because he's on the raft now. So, but I liked. I mean, and don't he fucked up Sam Wilson. I mean, Sam Wilson was fucked up.
I thought he should have been fucked up a little bit more.
A little bit more, yeah, like barely clinging to life. But
Yeah.
he had the Wakanda technology. That's what saved him, and being in the cherry blossoms. Because
because he remembered his daughter, all that. I like that.
Yes,
that was a good tie-in. Having Steven Tyler's daughter, Liv Tyler in there was great. She
probably needs to do something because she hasn't done nothing in a long time.
She's aged like wine, baby. She still looks fantastic.
Well, wine's good as long as it's not Mad Dog 2020.
Yeah, but, she's not Mad Dog.
But yeah, we do need this.
Okay,
that would be great. But
let's talk about that.
I think the movie was it was better than Captain Marvel. It was better to me than the Eternals, which I did kind of like the Eternals.
I hear. I hate the Eternals.
It was better than the She-Hulk TV show, Miss Marvel TV show. So it wasn't as good as Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Not even close.
No. So, and I try to rank my Marvel movies every time I see them, but it was good. But I liked the appearance of the Red Hulk made that movie. Harrison Ford. It was more a Harrison Ford, Thaddeus Ross movie than a Sam Wilson movie, I believe.
Yeah, I agree. It's if you have 4 tiers of Marvel movies, it's top of the 4th tier.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's well, it's not Civil War and Winter. I mean, Winter Soldier and Winter Soldier is probably the best Captain America movie.
Is absolutely my favorite. Yeah. It's top 5. But what do you think? So we talked about Thunderbolts. Let's talk about Daredevil, and one of the best casted villains in the past probably 50 years.
Look at that. See, I got icons. Well,
fantastic.
Well, William Fisk. William Fisk is the best villain. He's the best villain in MCU.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
And they don't have. I think that's Tom Holland there in the. They don't have Tom Holland coming in.
They don't. Okay.
No, I just noticed that. They got the original. Yeah, they got the original cast. Charlie Cox plays a great Daredevil. They got the Bullseye from the Netflix series, and they got John Bernthal as Punisher. So, and right now, Bernthal is going to do a MCU special presentation. So that, and you know what though, and with this, they can do Punisher type movies, like a 2-hour Punisher movie. And keep doing that. Every 6 months they could do a fucking Punisher movie. I'm okay with that.
And they I want him to be like the comic where he beat up Wolverine type of thing, where he ran over Wolverine with a steamroller. I want that type of Punisher.
Oh yeah. Well, they have to meet. He has to meet other people besides street characters.
Yeah.
And hopefully, because he has to meet Spider-Man eventually. I mean, that's where you got to start right there. Spider-Man, it's right below you. The Punisher's got Peter Parker in his sights,
Yeah, Vincent is so good.
Well, Thomas Jane was good too. And did you ever see the video where he's at the laundromat as the Punisher? And if you guys in the chat ever saw that,
the one from the 90s.
The 2000 one when Thomas Jane went against John Travolta. The Dolph Lundgren one was the first one, but they had a YouTube, like a small little vignette, little movie fan. Well, it wasn't a fan made movie, but he was in the laundromat doing his clothes, and he was like beating the shit out of people. So I'm trying to get everybody's.
I'm gonna write something down here. It just came to me. So
well, Dolph was good, but he didn't have the. You know what? Dolph in the early movie didn't have the skull, and police use that skull, but I guess it's for different reasons now. You know, he's good on the X. I never seen that one. He's a Marine.
Yeah, he's a
Frank
Marine.
Castle. Frank Castle was a Marine, and
Recon Marine.
In the comic books, he was in Central Park, and he was with his family, and they were just at the wrong place at the wrong time. It was a contract hit. Yeah, and Kevin Nash was the Russian. Dirty Laundry. Thanks, Gene. That's the name of it. That's tomorrow, Mr. Quake. Wrestling tomorrow, man. We'll be I'll be talking wrestling tomorrow at 8:00. Well, that He-Man was a little bit lackluster.
Yeah, but if you're a sweaty He-Man nerd, you take what you can get, and I like it.
Yeah, well, true. I was watching a guy do comic books for an hour. That's what I was doing. He bought a whole bunch of comic books. Oh, he was a SEAL, and yeah, but in the comic book, he was a Marine.
Well, Mr. Quake knows his stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you guys.
Love it.
Well, everybody in this chat is very intelligent. So I have to be up. I have to be. I have to be up on my my knowledge. I think I'm very knowledgeable in pop culture, definitely with Marvel stuff. You know, the comic books. As I look like in front of me, the hundreds and hundreds of comic books that I need to put in boxes, and then all the boxes that I did. I did that the other day when I was off work, when I didn't go to work. So, but to get some chronological books because I have OCD. But the comic books are very expensive now, Shane. Mm-hmm. They're not cheap. They're like $5 an issue.
So Mr. Quake said Chris Kyle wears a Punisher skull. A lot of platoons in Iraq had Punisher skulls on their vehicles. It was pretty common to either put like a war hog, like a hog, because they didn't like hogs over there, or Punisher skull. I had a platoon that had a Punisher skull, and then I had a platoon that had cross, like a gunfighter thing. So that seems to be the theme. But Punisher soldiers love that character, and he's used all over.
He was more of a DC. Call signs. He was more of a DC kid growing up.
A lot of call signs were like Punisher 6.
I like DC, but I've always been a Marvel guy.
Yeah.
So your take on, like, out of four Triple B experience stars, what would you give Captain America: Brave New World?
1.5.
Holy shit!
That low, yeah.
That bad? No. Wow.
And I
was gonna say 2.5.
She-Hulk would be like a star. Eternals would be like a half a star.
Well, the Eternals could have been better, but they're not robots. They're gods.
Angelina Jolie just should not be an Eternal. She's too damn old to be playing an immortal person.
Well, I don't think they're gonna do anything. I don't think they're gonna bring the dude from the guy who played Jon Snow as the Black Knight, because they were supposed to do the Black Knight was supposed to be Blade. It should have been out already. Like, Quake gives it a 6.5
out of 10, probably.
Wow. Oh, that was a good one. The Mask. Yeah, that was a good animated DC one. DC has better animation than Marvel. And yeah, I thought it was okay.
The Batman was so good back, 20 years, 30 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, I watched the whole series. It's 10 episodes, and then sometimes they like, that's Harry Osborn. They changed race with them. Okay. And Norman is the mentor, like Tony Stark was the mentor in the movies, but he's also doing shady shit. So eventually he's going to turn into the Green Goblin. Probably they're already going to do a season 2. Like, I'm waiting for the X-Men 97 season 2.
Would that be called X-Men 98?
I don't know. It should be.
Mhm.
You know. Yeah. Well, I don't think. I think the only way they're doing Blade is if they do Wesley. Wesley's playing it. You
So,
know what I
Bubba,
mean?
I'm gonna ask you a question.
Okay.
The next segment, Andor and Kathleen Kennedy. Let's start with Kathleen Kennedy. She is
A bitch.
stepping down. Yeah, she's a
She's a
bitch. She's
bitch.
stepping down. Yeah,
She's a bitch. I never liked her. She's
she's
ruined.
ruined Star Wars.
She's
But
ruined Star Wars for me. I've been. That was the first movie I ever went to see in 1977. My dad took me to go to the movies to see that in Indiana. That was the first movie I ever saw in a movie theater. The quality of the Mandalorian series saved. Would you say that it saved the Star Wars franchise from them
it
three
at least saved
lackluster movies?
it saved my interest in Star Wars, and it got me freaking like I was over. I don't. I'll tell you what. I was so excited about Fell Over when I saw who was saving them on that ship. You know,
Oh yeah,
and it,
she fucked up. She fucked up Indiana Jones too. I agree with Gene. That they I don't think I think they should have just kept it at The Last Crusade with Indiana Jones and did no more.
yeah, I have not seen the latest Indiana Jones. I will not see it.
Oh, the Accolade is the worst Star Wars thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
No, yeah, yeah, that's just absolute garbage. That just makes you
Oh, South
repulsed. But
Park must have predicted that Kathleen Kennedy was going to
yeah, yeah,
ruin
yeah.
Star Wars. So, what was your now after these three movies? What is the best? Your best show is Andor out of all the Star Wars.
No, because I don't think Andor is Star Wars.
Why wouldn't you say? Why would you say
It's
that?
like a separate. It's almost like as if it's a fan, type of thing because
Yeah, but look
it's
at
more
this.
gritty.
I,
It's more of a pop
it's just
culture
it's just that
trendy.
doesn't have the it doesn't have the Skywalkers. It doesn't have
It doesn't have
Anakin
the
or Luke.
force. Yeah,
Right.
you got to have
It's got the
it.
Force in it, but you don't know who has it.
Yeah, it doesn't have enough of the force. It just like I don't care about factory workers. I want to see some fantasy. You know what I'm saying? It's too tactile. It's too, granular. I want to see less is more. Like if you think about New Hope,
Uh huh.
they don't there's not a lot of words. It's emotion through visual. It's through sound. It's through wondering what the hell's going on.
Uh huh.
Andor's more like in your face,
You know
and
what I
I
saw?
liked it.
You know what I saw yesterday? Speaking of the old New Hope, my brother-in-law Dominic sent me um, this thing. Must have been on YouTube or the Tiki Tack. They corrective surgery the stormtroopers. They gave them laser surgery in their eyes, and they were fucking killing everybody. Like they killed Luke, they killed Leia, they killed Obi-Wan, they killed Yoda, they killed Chewbacca, they killed Han Solo.
Hmm.
Everything they shot, they killed. Because
Hmm.
stormtroopers can't hit a broadside of a barn door, you know. But I I think the
I
first
liked
season of
Andor. I just don't get me wrong. I like Andor.
well, as crazy as it sounds, I had love for Boba Fett.
Me
Like
too.
I thought
Everybody
Boba
did.
Fett was good, and they could have made him more of a badass.
Hmm.
You know,
I enjoyed Boba Fett.
and I just think those trilogies because they have all this middle stuff. With the Mandalorian, and then Boba Fett and Ahsoka and Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I was so
Um,
excited about Ahsoka and Obi-Wan, and here's the thing: I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch it because I was so just disappointed. But there was a recut where a fan did took all of Anakin and just kind of changed the sequencing of like the scene where they're fighting in a fire, kind of resequenced it, and it hit a lot harder and it looked a lot better.
right,
You can
right.
look online. I think guy's name's Peterson.
I think
Fantastic.
I think Revenge of the Sith is the anniversary is this. I think
It's coming out.
it's
Yes,
coming
sir.
up.
Coming out to
Um,
AMC theaters.
I think that could have been done a little better. Now, out of these two, Mr. Quick asked, he liked both of those. Now, do you think those two series save Star Wars?
Yes, I do. I think that's a
Okay,
pretty accurate statement. And I
okay,
also think the seventh season of Clone Wars
Yes.
saved it. I would put the 7th season of Clone Wars right up there with, the big 3 or 4.
The last 4 episodes of the Clone Wars where Ahsoka was on and the Order 66, and she had to tag up. She had to tag up with
Shit.
Darth Maul, and then at the end, Vader shows up at the end, and then all the stormtroopers' helmets are on, and then she turned Rex off at a 66, and it was her and Rex. And then those 4 episodes were probably the best I've seen in a long, long time.
Yeah,
So,
it's like when they're fighting in Mandalore, and Maul's there.
Gene
That's
wants
fantastic.
Gene wants a good Trekkie movie. I like Star Trek too.
I'll watch it. I watched the first season of Picard and then half of the second, and
I
kind of
got
got political.
second season, episode 1 in, Devil. That's all I got so far.
That's all I got, and I was just like,
and season 3 of Reacher's out now.
you know what? Talk. I'm not going to ruin it.
Go ahead. You can talk.
Here's the thing. The only 3 episodes are out. Usually you're like what happens with series is by the 3rd season, I'm like, okay, it was so exciting, now it sucks. Like The Bear. The Bear was a show that was really good for 2 seasons.
1 episode.
Then it sucked. So I was expecting Reacher to kind of suck, but I was an MP. I was a major. I had I had MPI guys. So I thought, you know what? I'm not 6'4" and super handsome like he is and built like a brick shithouse. But I can relate to this guy. I'm not walking around all broody, but listen.
Right.
I watched it. The first 2 episodes, I'm like, whoa, wait a second. I didn't expect that. It hits hard. It gets you that first episode. Okay. The story is crazy. And you got to watch it. I can't wait for the 4th one.
I got it. Well, me and Tammy usually watch that one together, so I don't want to. You got to go back. I got to finish The Boys yet because I think The Boys is doing a spinoff. I just saw a preview for a spinoff. I believe they're going back in time.
Fantastic. Yeah.
So and I hate to say this, but I'm watching Invincible.
My son, I like the first 2 seasons. I like the first season, the second season. I was like,
it's crazy.
It was.
I wish I'd have got the comic book.
Yeah.
So let me get to some more. Whole bunch of stuff here. Holy moly!
Alton's ornery with the Jensen Ackles and the she likes her some man good. Muscle.
And out of the Star Trek series on TV, Picard was very good. I did see that. I like that one. Well, I seen Big Hero 6 one time. And I actually got the comic book because I believe it was in Alpha Flight, which they need to do an Alpha Flight. Probably not a movie because there's so many characters in Marvel but I think the Star Wars movie they need to make is Darth Vader. Darth Vader only has like 30 minutes in all these movies.
Yeah, about.
He's not in it long. It's like a comedy. So they need to have.
I heard they're making not a Palpatine, but like Darth Plagueis, something like that.
They need to go. They need to go and do the old Republic stuff, which I'm okay with that too. I'm okay with that too. I'm okay with anything now since Kathleen Kennedy's gone, except for the Accolade, because Jesus God Almighty, that was just terrible. Okay, I don't like to get agendas pushed out in front of me. Like I hear you. I hate it when Vince McMahon shoved fucking John Cena down my throat years ago and Roman Reigns, and I didn't cheer for him until later on when it was right, not when it was forced.
Tell me a story, make me interested in the character. Don't tell me why the character should be interesting.
Right. You know what I mean? And you can't have. I can say it because we're 39 minutes in. You can't have like. You got to have. They didn't have crazy interrelations like. No. It was more male and female. It wasn't like all this other stuff, and that's what killed. I liked Willow the movie, and the TV show fucking killed it.
Oh, absolutely.
It was god awful, and poor Wicket, man. You never know what's going to happen on that because they ended it, and you just never know.
Well, that like Lord of the Rings, where they just make the dwarves look like dwarfs. They should all be like some form of ginger.
Dwarfs.
You know what I mean?
Hey, Kel. Oh, that's funny. I just like, I don't know. And I watch a lot of stuff. You know, I do watch a lot of stuff, and I just want my stuff to be good. I want my Star Wars to be good. I want my MCU movies to be good. I want DC to be like the Penguin and stuff like that. Uh, you know, I want to be entertained. I'm not going to pick shows and pick them apart and shit on the show. I mean,
Oh, I do.
I'm just talking, stuff that I like and then stuff that I don't like,
Because Star Wars is steak. Okay.
uh-huh.
Episode, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Those are all steak. That's like prime rib, porterhouse, good steak.
Well,
Then you
Empire
get
Strikes Back is my best, my number
my
one movie of
favorite.
all time.
Absolutely,
That's my
it's
number
God
one
tier.
movie of all time.
God tier.
That,
God tier.
That to me, that's the first movie where the bad guys actually won. And that's what set the premise on franchises and sequels.
Well, you're interested in the bad guy. You feel for him. You're like, why is he like that?
Well,
But then you have,
I just
then you have
Vader.
the crap that came out with Rey.
That's terrible.
And that is like.
And then you got Princess Leia floating through the galaxy, and they get her on a tractor beam. Was ridiculous. I wish they would have just. And you know what pisses me off? Here's what pisses me off. You didn't have the scene where, even though Harrison Ford hated being Solo, you didn't have him reunited with Leia and Luke and all of them in the same fucking scene. They didn't do that. Now, why wouldn't they do that? Thank you, Kathleen Kennedy, you bitch.
That would have hit everybody in the feels.
Yes, that would have been because I thought Rey was like Luke's daughter or Han Solo's
it started
daughter.
out with some possibilities. You could have kept it a mystery the whole time. We wouldn't have cared.
Yeah.
Because remember the first two Star Wars,
I didn't watch that yet. I gotta watch that.
You're like, oh my God, what's going on? Are they related?
Right.
But anyways, so like I said, Mando season 2? Fantastic.
Oh, the Luke Skywalker coming was, that's the best. That's the best thing ever, right there.
Right, yeah.
And well, all this after
when he ran into Ahsoka was priceless. It was fantastic.
And well, that was great.
That was good.
And then when Vader pulled down that whole fucking spaceship, and he went fucking like that's what they need. Since they got rid of her, fucking Jon Favreau and fucking Dave should make a Vader movie all about Vader going out and hunting all the Jedis. Because in volume 1, 2, or 3, I have all the Darth Vader comic books. He goes and fucks people up. And that's what I want to see. And he goes hunting he has the Inquisitors with him, and they go hunting. Yeah,
I don't like the Inquisitors that I got for that. What was it? What was that debacle? But
that girl was
for Kenobi. She was terrible.
Make Star Wars great again. Yeah. Yeah, we need the Steelers to be better than good.
Better.
I didn't get to finish that either, Gene.
I last season I watched a little bit of it and then I stopped. I'm terrible.
No, I think I was on. It was the last season and I just didn't finish it off. Like I didn't finish off the Flash. Like I finished Arrow, but I didn't finish the Flash or Legends of Tomorrow.
Me neither.
And now I got to watch because I can't fucking remember everything. I'm trying to get everybody's comments, but I want to ask Gene. I'm gonna go back to Gene's comment here. The Alpha Flight. Why would it be hard to bring them in now? And I'm asking the Gene. I mean, maybe a special presentation or something like that. It wouldn't be in a movie. I don't know. Oh God! Oh, he's a Ravens guy. Well, hey, we appreciate you coming on. Wolverine. It would be okay. Yeah, I like Legends too.
It was fun.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of stuff that they can do. Like I don't know. And we haven't done I haven't done one of these shows in such a long time. Like
That's
I
why I'm
haven't.
here.
Yeah. And I wanted to get your take on Captain America. Now, like in 2 weeks, Daredevil's coming. So there, you know what I mean? I'll be talking about that. And I think that's going to be really, really good because they have everything set up like Disney has a couple weeks of nothing, and
We should
then you got
have a
something.
Daredevil watch party here where we're watching it with you and you can see our reaction. That would be fun.
Well, I got to know when it's
We got to figure out when they release it. That if you
yeah,
guys are interested in that, we can do that.
I can do that. I can watch it up here. I'm upstairs now, as you
I love
guys can
Smallville.
see.
Yeah, I
I
noticed that.
I have never watched any episode of Smallville.
It was good.
Oh, Afton said you'd do that. Yeah, I just figured I'd turn it around. You know what I mean? Because it's not football season yet.
Mhm.
I never watched Smallville either.
That's fun.
I never did. That's funny. But like, and then we're gonna do. Usually this show's on Friday night, but tonight we wanted to do it because tomorrow we're gonna do. I'm gonna do WWE pay-per-view picks for the Elimination Chamber.
Maybe
So
this is something that's new. We could do a pop culture on Thursday and wrestling on Friday
till football season.
until football season. Are you guys
I wish
down
I
in the
could. I
chat?
wish I could do this stuff all the time for a couple hours. Like me and you do 4 hours of stuff. Like
Yeah,
we're
like we're Bob and
Paulson and
Tom.
Kren. Yeah, Bob
Yeah,
and Tom and Tom and Bob and you know.
Lois and Clark. I can be Lois.
I
You can be
only
Clark.
saw Terry Hatcher. I liked, and they're real and they're spectacular.
Seinfeld for all you guys.
Yeah. So I mean maybe I could do Thursdays. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I want to watch more stuff. I need to watch more stuff. Oh, I almost forgot before we get out of here. And I saw this before, and I do collect comic books, everybody. And I'm gonna have to get this because I think Marvel right now is probably gonna kill when they kill their characters off, which actually upsets me. Like they killed Miss Marvel for one comic issue, and then she came back or something. And they just do that just for the green. They're gonna kill this summer. They're gonna kill the Silver Surfer, the original Silver Surfer in a 5-issue series. They're gonna kill him.
I don't know how you can.
I don't know how you can kill a fucking cosmic entity, but what do I know? I live in Indiana, Pennsylvania. I just saw this when I was looking up Marvel news because I get digital comic books because I sometimes I don't want to open up my books. I just like put them in backboards and stuff. And I just saw it and I'm like, my God, why? And I think sometimes they need a downsize. You know,
That might be it,
downsize,
Bubba. That might be it.
downsize. I
Downsize.
I think he was. I think he was a god killer.
Mhm.
You know. Oh, ABC was owned by Disney since '66.
Nice.
Yeah. Terry Hatcher was something. Dean
Yeah.
Cain plays religious. He played in a local movie here. Dean Cain did.
Oh, a local one?
Yeah, he played Aaron. Aaron owns a religious company, and they do religious films. And he come on and had a couple scenes as like a teacher counselor or something. Still
Oh,
pretty
okay.
huge though. I mean, still huge.
Yeah, big actor.
So yeah. So okay, so well when I do something, we'll talk about it like what we're doing on the Steelers Dynasty podcast. Because
Yep.
ladies and gentlemen, I have two channels, one pulp culture and wrestling, and the other one all Steelers. And well that might happen. That's probably going to happen in the Secret Wars and Doom World and all that other shit. That's going to happen. Robert Downey is well. We try, and I do like the lingerie matches, but the pillows were kind of quirky. You know what I mean? when they smacked each other. But we will definitely, I'll definitely advertise what we're doing. But I did like this. I do like this format. And then when Shane can come on and give his expertise on pulp culture stuff he's watching, he has
I'm available.
Yeah.
Let me check my calendar. I'm available.
So
every day.
Every day.
Every day.
We
Yeah,
can do like Paulson and Cran, except Wednesdays because we talk Steelers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you guys, if you haven't subscribed to the Triple B Experience, please do. I'll download this show and put it on Spotify. And then last night on a Steelers Dynasty podcast, when I was, downloading, I hit the stuff where we can get shorter clips now. So I got a couple clips that
That's
so
what that was last night. I saw this hit and I was like, what's he doing?
Well, here's what happened. I had like 15 short video clips and then I X'd out and I tried to go back in and get it and it messed it up. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Love it.
Yeah. I wish I could do this for a living.
Yeah, you can.
I'm doing it for a living now. Because then we can have interns bring us coffee. And I want to drink coffee.
Well, we got the foreign intern.
Oh, and tomorrow's the last day for Mucky Duck. Get your lovely 10% off the chin.
Yep.
That's funny. I'm playing another guy. That's funny. So, okay. Well, like I said, tomorrow night at 8:00, we will have a couple more people in the panel. A couple people. We don't have the world beater. He's going to, which I would like to kick it off my bucket list. He is going to the Arnold Classic.
And I'm going Saturday.
Oh, shit. Nice. How far is it from your house to get there? 4 hours?
3 hours and 20 minutes.
It's in Columbus, right?
Mm-hmm.
So from my house, it's 4 hours?
Yeah. No, I
always thought it was.
It'd probably be 4 hours and 10 minutes because I'm 50 minutes from you.
Yeah, you're not that far from me. Yeah, I'm jealous too. I've never been to the Arnold. I've always wanted to go. Always. That'd be great.
Mitchell wants to go to get product, and then Hayden wants to go just because he wants to go.
Well, yeah.
And then neighbor kid wants to go. So.
Oh, you got taking all the boys.
I'm just found out like an hour ago. I'm buying 4 tickets for $65 a pop. So there we go.
Giving some of your bodily fluids to pay stuff off. Way to go, Dad.
That's what I'll tell you what, that's what my pension from the Army does. It goes to paying for all these activities.
Well, I mean, that happens,
Yeah, Sam Sulik is going to be there all greased up. So there's photo ops with Ronnie Coleman, Jake Cutler.
Coleman's in bad shape though.
Yeah,
I mean,
Cutler,
his body's.
Sam Sulik, and then the Mountain's going to be there on Sunday.
Oh, and what about Eddie Hall?
No,
I love Eddie Hall.
Yeah, Mountain's going to be there.
Yeah, but hey, before we get out of here, I wanted to another shout out for my friend and everybody's friend, Kelly Elgin, who's going to Africa. That's the poster I made at work. And hopefully people from work donate, $5, $10. It all adds up. You know what I mean? She's about 85% reached her goal. And since I'm on a little sabbatical, I can't ask people at work. So but I put it on social media.
Play well with others sometimes, but that's all right.
Sometimes I don't. But she's 85%, so I'll be putting it on social media. And I just wanted to give a shout out because I sent her the clip about us talking about Mindy yesterday, and she got a kick out of that. I said,
she got a kick out of that.
Yeah, I go, guess who we're talking about? And she kind of laughed.
Oh, what'd she say about that?
She said it was good. She appreciated it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. Indiana County, they had Michelle Radabate was on Muscle and Fitness, and she was a brick shithouse.
She
that's-
used to work at JT's, and she's the one that gave me my first training session on doing legs and stuff.
There you go. Yeah,
She
that's
drove
my
1980 Corvette, white one.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to her, but
Am I still here, or is Bubba gone? Bubba, did you lose you, or you lose me?
maybe I lost myself.
Yeah. Anyways, I was just talking. She had a 1980 Corvette in white. She used to run around in. Yeah.
Well, she used to go down in ICAC. And
She's
lift.
jacked.
She was jacked. Oh wow, 73 degrees tomorrow. I'm not here. I don't think so.
Nah, we're gonna get snow tomorrow, but oh well.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, guys, thanks for tuning in. Shane, thanks for coming on as always. Tomorrow night we'll be wrestling. Next Wednesday night at 9:00, me and Shane will talk Steelers. Hopefully, we signed a quarterback by then.
Hopefully, wish in one hand, shit in the other, clap, see what happens. That's the Steelers.
It's ridiculous. It's
Good night,
totally
all.
ridiculous. Good night, everybody. Thanks, guys, and we do appreciate it. And we will see you guys next week. Maybe we'll start doing these Thursdays or Fridays or whatever. I'll get them out.
Thursdays, I'm cool.
Yeah. So okay. Well, good night, everybody. We'll see you, Shane. See everybody tomorrow night. Hit like, subscribe, support us.
All.
We're trying to make money so we can retire at the age of 55.
Yeah, that's right.